boys and girls. Today we're going to be putting the letters that go with the sounds that we worked with in the lesson before. Okay? Let's do a couple to remind you, and we'll do some writing. So the first two will be mine. Okay? So I'm going to build the word found. 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 I found a leaf, a pretty leaf. Found. Here we go. So I'm going to build it. I know is my consonant. Ow. That's the unpredictable vowel team that says the longer sound. Ow. Okay? And like I said, I was going to show you how we traded it with our sound chips, or our letter chips. So we did know that it was the ow, the long one, and so that is the OU. Found. Found. Okay, that's two sounds, a consonant blend. Found. Now, if I were writing that word, this is what I would need to do. I would just be thinking about the sounds and put the letters down. And I whisper these slowly to myself. Boys and girls, I really want to encourage you when you're learning your spelling words, we're really not memorizing the letters. We're really doing the sounds, and then you do kind of memorize some of the letters that go with the sounds, okay? But that's different than just saying the letters. I want to hear you saying the sounds. So if I want to write found, I'm going to go and then my mind says, that's an F, but I don't say that. Ow. That's the one we're learning. That's OU. And because it makes one sound, it goes in this one box. Fow. See how I went back? Because if I just try to remember this, I might forget what word I'm on. Okay? I go back. I say found. My brain tells me it's that letter. Found. My brain tells me it's the letter D. It's different than me just trying to name the letters like I memorized the words, okay? It's very important to do it through the sounds, and you can do it super soft when you're writing, okay? Especially if you're in the classroom and working on your own, okay? That's our word, found. All right, let me do another example of the other kind, and then I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little different for you today. Okay, here's my word for me, touch. Touch. Ch. See how I stretched out to make sure I know how many sounds I'm dealing with. T. That's definitely my consonant. Oh yes, that's the shorter sound. Okay, so that's the light purple, but because we're using our spelling chips, it's right there. And boys and girls, you notice how they're the same. So you might be saying, well, how am I supposed to know the difference, Mrs. Markman? Well, you know what? You might have to try it both ways when you're reading the word, and you'll see that in a minute. Ch. Yes, that's our consonant digraph. And so we're going to put that there. Now, I have to spell that word. So again, I'm not going to name the letters. I'm going to focus on my sound. So I know my word was touch. So I heard t, and this is what my brain tells me. That is that right there, okay? Because I said we were working with those two letters for this unpredictable vowel team, okay? And that's how you know it's going to be that touch. And that's our consonant digraph, and that I know that it is those two, okay? Is that what you would have written? I hope so. Now, this is a little bit different, and I don't think we did many like the way that I'm going to do it. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the letters of a word. I'm not going to tell you what the word is. And we're going to see if we can use our chips to actually figure out how to pronounce the word, okay? This is a good way to help you get practice in how to read unfamiliar words, okay? Thinking about how you would bring those chips down and make the word, okay? So here's our word. Okay, we're not saying it. But I need to look, and so I see the letter C and the letter L. So what color chips would we use for those? Well, yes, we would use our two consonant chips. So that is definitely a consonant blend. So I know those each get their own sound. Then I have this one right here, okay? And you know what? I don't know which purple chip it is, so we're going to skip that part. And then D, okay? So I know that's there, okay? So now I want us to try it with both of the chips, okay? So here's the first one. Let's try it with this one. Remember, what does this sound make, everybody? It says ow. It's the long sound. Good. So if it's the ow sound, this is what the word would be. Cloud. Cloud. Seems like that's a word, but just for fun, let's try it if it makes this sound. Okay? The spelling is the same. Okay? If it was that, it would be clud. Clud. Is clud a word you know? No. So boys and girls, which sound is OU making in this word? Yes, it's making the long sound. Cloud. And an unfamiliar word, you're just going to have to give it a try. Okay? Let's try another. It's a little bit different as we go from the written letters to the sounds. Let's try this word. This is kind of a good word because, you know what, boys and girls, I had to look this word up. I did not even know what it meant. Okay? It is a totally unfamiliar word. No, teachers, it's not that I didn't spell it wrong. It's actually a word. Okay, here we go. So let's see if we can get our chips. What color chip goes here? Yes, blue. Okay, that's a consonant. What color chip goes here? We don't know. We're going to leave that blank for a while, right? We do know that this is a digraph, correct? Yeah, so what color? Orange. Very good. And that's a consonant. So we're going to go like this. Okay? So I want you to tell me what sound this is. S. Good. We don't know. What sound? F. What sound? S. Okay. I'm going to tell you which tip it is because in my book, it was on the short vowel side. Okay, so I knew what it said. It had to tell me that way. Okay. Now let's say the word. Suffs. Suffs. I know, right? I've never heard of that word. But you know what? I had to look it up. And it means the sound that the wind kind of makes when it whispers through the trees. Isn't that interesting? Suffs. Okay? Kind of like that word. I don't know if you get a chance to use it this week. Okay? So now, that was our word. So now I'm going to put another word up here. Your teachers will know this word. You might not know this word either. Okay? Maybe we'll see a pattern with how you might know when to use the short sounds. Okay? Do you see something? Uh-huh. Boys and girls, I noticed that all the words today that had the GH sound used the sound. Okay? Just a little hint. You could always try both of them, but I did notice that as a pattern. All right? So let's see if we can figure out how to go from the letters to here to help us get to the sounds. Okay? S, right? This is the consonant. What is this L by itself? Yes, it's a consonant. Okay? I just told you that I saw a pattern when this OU was there with a GH after it, that it was the short sound. What is that short sound? Yes, okay? And then this was our consonant digraph. Do you remember what sound that made? Okay, good. You guys are getting really good because as we get farther into our chip kits, there's some tricky words happening. Okay, so now think in your head. We've got the letters. We have our chips to remind us that some of these are consonants, our unpredictable vowel team, and our digraph. Okay, so don't say anything. I'm going to swipe my finger, and I want you to make those sounds inside your inside your head. Okay, inside your head. Okay, now we're trying it out loud. Ready? Slough. Did you get it right before we did it together? Slough. Slough means, you know, when you got really dry skin and you do this and you see some little flakes coming off, it kind of means, that's what it means, like shed. Slough. Slough. Okay, that's a word your teachers would know. Okay, so that is slough. Let's do one more. Okay, we have time for one more. All right, I'm going to put this word up here. Oh, this is a good word to end with. It's a shorter one, but it shows us right here. It's only 2 sounds, but it's 4 letters. Okay? So, you know what? We might not know, so we're going to leave it blank, but what color goes here? Yes, orange. Okay? Okay, so let's try it with this one first. Let's try it with our short sound first. Let's pretend we don't know. So, could be a word. Let's try it with our long sound of the predictable vowel. ouch. Which is correct, boys and girls? Tell me. Yes, the dark purple one. Ow. That is the more common one. The ow. We almost only have this in kind of really unfamiliar words, okay? You might have a chance to practice these later with your teacher and see if you can even read a list of some of these words to figure them out based on giving a try for ow or okay? Great job, boys and girls.